632 cubic inch nitrous. See, I can still have friends that have nitrous. Alrighty, hey everybody, we are here at Steve Morse Engines. I am Steve. This is we are going through a severe rash of carburetors. It's pretty interesting. So, actually we even re-dynoed one for JB Boyer, a small block Chevrolet, but that was just to verify that everything was still correct, so I didn't really even bother re-shooting that one. But this one is Rick Reynolds. Rick, say hi.
Hey everybody.
Rick's been a buddy for a million years, probably at least 25.
Yeah.
25, yeah, at least 20, more than that. It's gotta be 25, 30 years probably.
Going on 30.
Yeah, 30 years. And this is Rick's 632 cubic inch nitrous. See, I can still have friends that have nitrous.
He doesn't pick on me too bad.
Yeah. Nitrous carburetor to beat that. 632 cubic inch, what class do you run?
It's been 450s at 160 and close to 3,000 pound car.
3,000 mile car, yep, okay, cool. And so it has been in mothballs for a long time. Forever, and he brought it back over and I went through it and just got it all put back together and finished up for him. It's actually a pretty nice piece. So this is an 18-degree dart-headed tall deck, 632. It's got the good Edelbrock intake manifold on it. So we'll see. We'll keep running this, and we might try a little experiment here later if we have enough time to do so. Top her off with some fuel. This engine's on C23. Oh, look at that. Some C23, some kind of nitrous fuel or something. I have no idea. It's nothing I normally use. So, let's see. And let's see. So this thing is probably, how old is this thing?
Like 2017.
2017.
Been around.
Been around the block.
7 years.
Yeah. Since you ran it, or since you built it? Since you ran it, or since you built it?
Since I built it.
Since you built it, yeah.
October 2020 was the last time I was in the car.
Yeah. So 4 years off on the car. So now obviously we're not going to spray it on a dyno. I don't do that kind of stuff. I have done that a long time ago. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. But just don't do that kind of stuff much anymore. It's funny how we've gone through this big rash of carbureted engines. So we're just going to dyno this NA, make sure everything's right. It's making vacuum. The rings are sealed up. Everything's real good. It's exactly the way it was when he first built this. We did do the line-to-line coating on the pistons, recoat, just try to tighten stuff up, rings, and just check clearances and do all that kind of happy crud. So we're going to let's make a pull here in a second. leaking fuel. Got ourselves a little carburetor leak. An accelerator pump. I don't know if you could see that, but it just started dripping right there underneath the carburetor. See it drip right there? Gonna try tightening those up. Actually had a diaphragm. Looks like the diaphragm's bad because it's not loose. So Rick's gonna take that accelerator pump off, and I had a whole bunch of these 50cc diaphragms. So this is the little diaphragm thing that causes fuel to squirt in there. For all you EFI guys, now I'm showing all the EFI guys how old stuff works. So in that little body there, the little arm, which is right there, pushes up on here and goes psh, and squirts fuel psh, right through there. And it's probably just leaking.
Got a stubby,
Huh?
stubby Phillips by chance?
Yeah.
Actually, I've seen just a bit over here we can probably use.
There you go. It's leaking now. I think that stuff just must be really dried up because it's actually this back one's leaking too. So this is a big compression ratio. How much compression do you think it's at? Supposed to?
14 to 1.
So 14-1, so not real big, but big enough. Obviously, nitrous grind, camshaft, all that happy crap. How much nitrous you spray? You got two kits on it, obviously.
I've only sprayed 650 through it. Usually it's got about 325, 350 on each kit.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of room to go up.
All of it.
Just spray all of it.
All of it. Alrighty.
How bad's the vacuum leaking?
Not bad. Fix it later. Alrighty. is pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty darn good.
Better than I was hoping.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to quite make 1,300. I thought, you know, maybe it could make 12. But I mean, it's a lot of cubic inch too, so I mean. Well, we'll rev it up here and see. Looks like it's definitely, you know, making its peak torque around here. Is that what you remember from before? Probably in that 55 to 6,000 area. So I mean, it's not going to rev up much past 75, which is typical. Yeah, that might be. We'll see here. That might. Let's look at some of our numbers here. AFR might be a tick rich right through there actually. Oh, you didn't hook up the vacuum line. Yeah. Fuel pressure's fine. Oil pressure looks good. Oops, I'm sorry. There you go. I'm using my boost gauge as the vacuum gauge. Unfortunately, my vacuum gauge isn't working, so it's going to read negative PSI. So we just have to do the conversion. Otherwise, it doesn't look too awful bad right through there. Oh, I gotta replace that freaking window. I think it looks pretty good. Let's go and check a couple spark plugs and make sure everything looks good. Yep.
Look and see fuel level, just make sure I've got enough in it. Or whatever.
Just fill her up to the top. That's fine. Yeah, it looks like about what it says it is. Here, we'll show you here. So this was a brand new plug, right?
Yeah. Brand new plug, dash 10.
Let's see if we can get to focus on it here. So you can see the strap looks good. Looks like no problem. And harder to see down there in the bottom of the porcelain, but way down in the bottom here, you look down in the porcelain, you can try to see that. You grab a light. Let's see if you can see. It's gonna be a little tough. Way down, it's hard to see. It actually looks like a shadow. It's actually pretty good. It's about 100 thousandths off of the bottom of the porcelain, so that makes sense. There you go. Just to make sure, I mean, none of this matters because you don't run the thing NA, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's still NA. You don't run it without nitrous, so none of this really matters. We're just making sure everything looks good and is decent. Yeah, I think it's probably actually a little bit leaner than what the O2 is saying. So put the plugs, or actually Rick will put the plugs back in and we'll go back out and I think we'll rev this thing up. We're going 8. Alrighty. Well, see, I think that looks pretty normal. Like I said, it's maybe just maybe be a. I mean, it's pretty good, but I just wouldn't expect it to make peak horsepower at 8,500. I think that was pretty optimistic. But I don't know. A lot of good torque here. 1,064. It's a lot of cubic inch in a 632. I think that's pretty normal. I think that's pretty good. Doesn't really lay over. I thought it ran it up to 8,000, but it was starting to lay over up there anyways.
You can see it. It's on the downside.
Yeah, definitely on the downside. Whoops, got there. Hit the wrong button. And come over here and report. And there. Now we're making -5 pounds of boost. There's your challenge for the day. What does -5 psi relate to in vacuum of? What's it? Vacuum in mercury, isn't it? They run mercury or water?
I think it's mercury.
Mercury. Oil pressure, fuel pressure. I mean, it comes back up around, leans up decent up here. I think this looks pretty close, pretty right. Yeah. I think that all looks pretty good there. Sorry for all that flashing going on there, but I think that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Looks good.
All right, cool. Let's we got time. Let's go in there and try to make this coil on plug work.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to make coil on plug work on this to see if it picks up, see if it does anything, see what it does. It's just gonna be kind of experimenting. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see.
Nothing smooth.
Yeah, I think we just because I haven't done this conversion real quick, and I'm just always assuming that everything's got EFI on it now.
Right.
And this does not have a cam sync, so you can't do coil on plug unless we have a cam sync. Because we don't have a 12-1 here. So I can't set it up that way. Because you would run this and then you would do 12-1, then it'll fire on the back side also, so it'll do a wasted spark. But without a 12-1, you can't do a wasted spark. Here we let go.
Quit.
Let go of the rag.
Quit. No. No.
Alright. Had to fight the dog off. Shoot. So that is not and it doesn't have, without having a distributor in it that has any electronics, it's just as a crank trigger distributor, so we can't convert that over to do it. We'd have to build a whole system up here, put a cam sync on it, put the, wire it up. I think we probably just exceeded what we,
Right.
a quick easy deal. I think we just exceeded that. Could we make it happen? Yes. Or would it can make anything happen with the amount of time and money? Shoot. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But this is the proven combination already that you've already done, run.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, this is everything you already know.
Right.
So adding in coil on plug was, well, it would just add in a whole bunch of money anyways. We just needed ECU.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a $4,000 deal.
Right.
By the time you do it, but at least you would get some data logging off of it.
I have a V300 race pack.
Oh, you're already a race pack anyways.
So
Alright.
it's got, got all the good stuff. It's got sensors on the nitrous side, sensors on the nitrous fuel. It's got, shock sensors on it. It's,
Right. Okay. Well, I think it's.
good to go.
I mean, same thing. We can piddle jerk around with this and get it just as best as humanly possible on motor, and then spray it and it changes everything, so it really don't freaking matter. At least to a certain extent. If there was something wrong with it, we're not gonna hunt. There's no point hunting for 20 horsepower here on a NA tune. I'm sorry, on a motor only tune. So that's just everything's right. I think it's pretty darn good.
632.
It's actually pretty darn good, yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes it, with a lot of cubic inch, makes carburetors work better.
36 degrees timing just for the dyno numbers. Normally we don't run 36 because we're
Obviously.
just to
And
see
with
what we
base and
have.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that was easy.
I think and it makes vacuum, so I think we're done.
Yes,
You
sir.
think? All right.
I think it's good.
Yep. All right, party on. We're all done. Like, subscribe, and if you like this kind of stuff, just simpler, little easy videos on engine. We didn't show the whole buildup on this because it was a pre-built engine, so we just went through it, freshened it up, made things right, made it nice, got it all back together for Rick because he was left hanging, and now we're back. So this thing's 100%. You can go racing now.
Right. 2024 is looking good.
All right, I'm Steve Morris. Have a great day.